Alright, let me introduce you guys to some of my ferals. This is Ethel. Hi, Ethel. She is, I can't touch any of these guys, but she's one of the ones that'll get super close. Oh, alright. Then we got Mabel. When she's really hungry, she'll meow at me. Marilyn. She's kind of the bully. She doesn't accept newcomers. All the way over there. All the way over there. Oop. This is Samantha, is the fluffy one. And then Duke is the not fluffy one. I'm pretty sure they're siblings. Or mother-son. Samantha had kittens in my garage the very first year I moved here. And I trapped her, realized she was pregnant. We thought she had already given birth, so we released her. And then we caught her again 3 hours later, and I noticed that she was still very, very not unpregnant. So we kept her to try and take her in for TNR, but she ended up giving birth the same time as her daughter Tabitha. And Tabitha actually rejected her kittens, so Samantha raised her 4 daughters and 2 grandkids, or 4. They were a mix of boys and girls, but anyways, Bruno is the big male around here. Bruno! He knows his name. The one next to him with the cauliflower ears is Molly. She's that tortoiseshell one. This other black and white one almost never shows her face, so I'm kind of surprised. But that's Victoria. And then down here, another fluffy tortie. This is Mariah. Hi, Mariah. So Mariah, Ethel, Victoria, Molly, Bruno, Duke, Samantha, Marilyn. Mabel done wandered off somewhere. And then under my car is Mr. Hope. Right there. And then sometimes we have the neighbor's cat comes over. And we just call him FC for frickin' cat, because when he first came here, he would kind of annoy everyone, and he wanted to force them all to be his friends. They didn't want to be his friends. And then they have a cat, but that stays inside at night, and on bad stormy days. They moved in, and she was already kind of here. So there's Mabel hunting bugs back there by my traps. Mabel! Hi, pretty girl. And then Chester lives back there somewhere on another street. He comes when nobody's out here. He's very skittish and shy. Or when I first set food out, he'll come and sit under my car and wait for me to go in. And then out back, so down the road there, I had a neighbor. I saw kittens out front one time. There was a little Seal Point Siamese and a couple of black kittens, and then the mama. Trapped them all, got the mom fixed, put her back. The kittens went to rescue, but he had some other cats. His house was very run down. Very, like it should have been condemned. And he was living in it, and he was on disability. He got barely $600 a month. So I ended up helping him get out of there and move to kind of a low-income housing that's based off income. And the cats were able to, like, get into his home through various, like, entryways from the house being so old and torn apart. But they've since remodeled the house, but now the cats kind of just live in the little wooded patches back there, and then they'll come here at night. And then I don't know if you guys remember the cat that was on my roof, that got out through my roof. She very much likes being outside and very much tries to bite when inside, so we've decided to just add her to the outdoor cats. But I noticed that she was not fixed, and we recently had to get her spayed because she was carrying kittens, and the last thing we need is more kittens. So she actually got fixed the other day, Tuesday, and then put back out tonight, just about an hour or so ago. And she's already come back for food, and she's doing just fine. But yeah, these are my kitties. Marilyn! Meows. They like to play with toys. I'll kind of switch out what toys I put out here. And then I'll also give them catnip. So, lots of fun for these guys. And then I have, so this thing that I'm sitting on is actually a shelter that I built. It's like a really big deck box. And yes, I put lights on it because I'm extra. And this is just a cushion, and I could take the cover off and wash it. But if I lift this up, I put all of this foam insulation. This one's kind of loose, so I can open it up. I've got a camera. Right now, there's heating pads, but they're turned off. So what's on top is just a cooling pad. And every once in a while, Mariah will go in here and just get out of the rain. The other ones don't really care to use it during the summertime. It kind of is a little hot box during the day. Where are you going, guys? But yeah, I can't really get, like, they'll come to me sometimes when I'm not talking and if I put wet food or something out. But most of the time, this is about as close as they're going to get. Mabel, why are you behind my traps, you silly cat? Hope will sometimes get super close. But he's not about that life tonight. Let me see. Hold on. Let's pause. Alright, we're back. I went to grab a little something. How does... Oh, just give me 3 seconds. I found it. Okay. Do you see what I see? This is Bruno's favorite. Every once in a while I can also get him to play with a teaser wand if it's super long. Oh, Marilyn. They don't like the grass because of the dew. Victoria. Molly. Oh, Duke's getting in on it. I've never seen Duke play, but Duke and Samantha don't usually hang out over here like the rest of everyone. Everyone else comes and goes throughout the night. These two will usually come and then they'll go back behind the, like in the wooded area across the street. They don't usually just hang out around here. That's unusual for them. At least any time past this time of night. They usually don't. Molly, play with it. Oh, Molly's scared. Victoria is so unamused. Like, look at her face. Just look at her face. Unamused. My camera does not want to focus. And when I do this, I never, ever get even halfway to that road. Because I don't want to accidentally run them into the road while we're playing and they're not fully paying attention. But when cats play with you and interact and just kind of hang out, that means they feel safe and comfortable. So it's kind of like a good Let's see if I can get Mabel to play. Mabel! Look. Hopeful! Hope's under my van. Where he was before I went in. She's not having it. Oh, I'm kidding. Get it, Mabel. Get it. Woohoo! Yeah, good girl. I'm pretty sure this is one of the older ones of the group, like the mama to a lot of these. She just has more of an older demeanor to her when it comes to like her walking, and she'll talk to us, so she seems a little more used to humans. There's another one that looks a lot like Mabel, but her face is mostly orange, who I think also might be one of the older ones. But she only comes when there's literally nobody outside. And I've named her Micah. And I only ever see her on my cameras, or if I sit here long enough outside and put up with all the bugs, then she might wander up. But as soon as she realizes that I'm sitting out here, she darts. And she's gone. But between all of these guys, we got 2 black ones is 4, 2 long-haired torties is 6, 2 black and whites is 8, Mariah is 9, Mr. Hope is 10, and then all the ones that come in the back, Chester. So I got like 15, and then the neighbor's cat. So about 17 that come by on a regular basis. And then my neighbor behind me, some of hers will come and visit. I don't know how far a cat can smell catnip, but my theory is that they can smell it from a very far away. Because every time I put out catnip, it never fails that especially her males, come in and seek it out, and they love it. But yeah, I just figured I'd kind of show you my colony. These are the guys that kind of got me into cats. I moved here. There was way more than this. I caught several kittens behind my neighbors. It was the lady and husband that lives there. It was the lady's brother that would come over every day and feed them all. He was kind of a hoarder, but he'd come over every day and stash stuff in their backyard, feed the cats, hang out, and then go home. And he passed away probably 8 months to a year after I was working with him to get everyone fixed. Within 2 blocks of where I'm standing, I've caught 75 to 78 cats, if we include the couple of recent ones. And then within a quarter mile from here down, just straight down in one direction, I've caught another 45, so 75 and 45, over 100 and some cats within a quarter mile. And that's not all of them. There's places in between that quarter mile stretch where I still see cats, and I cannot figure out who's feeding them. And then there's still more a few streets over in both directions, and I'm still trying to find the feeders. So they're all hanging out on my neighbor's porch because I'm standing by the food bowl. But if I go, maybe, watch, see, if I go over here, Hope, are you still under the van? Let's see if they come out. Hi guys. If I went in that door though, they would just pop right on over. Kiki kitties. When I put anything out, toys, catnip, whatever, I go, hey Kiki kitty. You see, they all look. It's always good to have like a call, and then you can get them on a feeding schedule that way, and then they're much easier to trap, and you feed them at the same time every day. So like 7 and 7, or 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. Cats, ferals especially, are more active at dusk and dawn. Middle of the night, 3 a.m., you'll see them around, but they, you know, are like this, lounging, not doing a whole lot. They're most active at dusk and dawn. There's something on my camera lens. Sorry, guys. I don't know what it is, but it's following. Is it a bug? Gross. Anyway. No, it's still there. That's weird. Huh. But anyways, enjoy my weird little video of me doing I don't know what. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.